retiring means quit the public workforce. Does it mean you're going to quit making money, go buy you a yacht 34 foot long and cruise the Caribbean?
Well, it could mean that.
Oh, well, yeah, it could. But for the average person, it probably won't. What's it going to mean? Fire your boss!
That's right.
Let your assets pay your bills and have some money to live on. And now you can expand your mind.
Yes.
Because the great money is not made while you're at work.
That's right.
Trading time for dollars. It's made while you're on the beach, letting your mind focus and concentrate on things.
That's right. Woo.
All right. Thank you. Learn tax strategies. Now, we're just born with those genes in us, aren't we? We all know how to digest a 6,000-page book on your taxes. Horrid. Horrid. Oh, that's one of the things I fixed, by the way, that 2 hours.
Yes.
2 hours. 2 hours. One of the things I would fix. But there is a system there. And if you don't learn how to play the rules of the game inside the game. Now guys, I know a lot about this subject too. I don't tell all of y'all what I know about this subject. But if you get on the wrong road on this subject, and I've been on the wrong road. People will teach you, well, paying federal income tax is not part of the United States Constitution, you know. And it's a voluntary system. All true.
Until you don't volunteer.
But you got to know the rules of that game. You filed once, you're already volunteered for life. You got to know the rules of the game. And following some of those guidelines will end you up in federal penitentiary. They have guidelines. You can adhere to them and pay by law small amounts based on your knowledge of the system. In other words, if you own a home-based business, a legitimate home-based business, did you know that it has 130 different tax advantages?
Yes.
Things that you haven't been taking advantage of.
I
have. You know, and it excites me to walk around Baltimore and see the signs on people's cars. Because they learn if you put a sign on your car, a legible, readable sign of, you know, moderate size, that now becomes a tax deduction. The car becomes a tax deduction. The oil in the car is a tax deduction. The gasoline in the car is a tax deduction.
The mileage.
The interest is a tax deduction. The mileage is a tax deduction. Wow! Just because you put a sign on your car. So let's say you own Billy Goats, and they're out by the highway.
I'm going to put a sign on that Billy Goat.
Could you put a sign on your Billy Goat? Legitimate advertising. He walks up and down the fence all day long, turning one side and the other. You got to learn the rules of the game. Learn tax strategy. Now, is tax strategy different than tax planning?
Yeah.
Tax planning is, well, I want to go on vacation in Maui for 3 weeks.
So what do I need to do?
Is there any way I can get any tax benefits from that?
Yeah.
You got to legitimately work 4 hours and 1 minute out of a 24-hour day. So what are you going to Maui for?
A business trip.
Well, I don't know. I'm
going to have
asking.
fun.
But if I'm, you know, is there people in Maui?
There are people in Maui.
Are we in a people business?
Yes.
Is some of them unhealthy? Probably
Yes.
needs some help. All of them ain't rich just because they're in Maui, right?
That's right.
So I don't know, if you had business cards and you was walking up and down the beach working your business legitimately, trying to find people who wasn't completely healthy or maybe who needed some help on their financial situation, could you do that legitimately for 4 hours and 1 minute?
Yes.
Keeping real good, intense notes and that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And make it legitimate. You're working your business for 2 weeks.
That's right.
That's tax planning, you see. There's a difference. Help you develop generational wealth. That's what we're about. You know, we're building a home, and it has no value to me because it will never be sold. You know, I read in a powerful book. It said, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children. I think the reason it said that, he knew how some of the children was going to act, right? So,
Yeah.
children. But that will be put in a family trust. And as far as I'm concerned, it will never be an asset by me. because it's generational wealth. And, you know, whatever I can accomplish in life, I'm going to give some of my heirs potentially a head start in life. You know, with some rules to learn the game.
Yeah.
How are they going to learn the game? Hopefully, they still have CD players and things like that. And they're going to go back and watch old Grandpa. Look at Grandpa. He was 20 years ahead of his time. He was 50 years ahead of his time. Look at Grandpa. He's teaching the stuff that we know now. Back then, the only way they knew how to treat cancer was chemo and radiation and cut you. Well, they were barbaric back then, weren't they?